All right, y'all, I'm pretty excited for this as a longtime fan. I mean, I remember the original Ragnarok Online from when I was but a wee lad, and today we are going to be playing the official Ragnarok Online sequel that revives the golden age of MMORPG, starting with 6 iconic classes, deep job progression, nostalgic party play, and all rebuilt for modern gaming. And you're actually going to be seeing a lot of that in the background right now as my swordsman character that specializes as a tanky melee character with high strength and area of effect attacks is teamed up with a party consisting of an acolyte, thief, and mage, as some of the other available classes, and you are seeing us take on the Sewer Vault daily instance together, which is a tough but great way of getting experience along with some awesome loot. And what you're also going to notice is that Ragnarok X has a very balanced game experience without any pay-to-win present. The in-game economy is entirely player-driven, and guild versus guild battles ensure that effort and strategy define success. And for any of you fellow Ragnarok OGs out there, yes, you heard that right. You're going to be able to experience nostalgic guild versus guild battles along with other deep gameplay systems. Team up, forge alliances, farm, craft, hunt bosses, you name it. There's a huge, stunning 3D world full of adventure that is awaiting you to hop back into, and the world isn't just full of content, it's also packed with nostalgic beauty with the presence of the beloved Ragnarok Chibi art style enhanced for modern 3D visuals. And all of this is built from the ground up with everyone in mind. New players are going to have access to guided onboarding, while veterans can dive into hardcore builds. So whether you're a Ragnarok loyalist or an MMO newcomer, there's going to be an incredible experience awaiting you. So what are you waiting for? Ragnarok X has just launched on May 8th, and you can head to the link at the very tippity top of the description to download and start playing Ragnarok X for yourselves on iOS, Android, and or PC. And of course, I want to say a huge thank you to Ragnarok X for sponsoring the video and supporting the channel. But without further ado, let's hop into some more gameplay. Now, all right, as smoothly as that went, it's about time that we get some upgrades, because I am definitely due. If y'all look at some of my equipment, like I'm rocking a level 10 sword. I'm all the way up to level 28. So why don't we actually go ahead and get to looking by going over here to the recommendations, where it's actually going to be able to recommend to us based on our level some of the things that we should look for. And in particular, I want to be looking for a new two-handed weapon. This one's going to be level 25, and we luckily have reached that level minimum, and it is going to have some stronger stats. So how do we go ahead and obtain it? It's going to be through that in-game economy that we were just talking about over at the Exchange Center. What the heck is the Exchange Center? This is where everybody in the game can buy, sell, bid, and essentially do all sorts of trading and interactions with each other. So what we are going to want to do is, for the cost of 5,000 of that currency over at the top, of which we have 18,000, we can go ahead and purchase for ourselves a katana. We can see all of the katanas that are currently available and the various prices that people have them listed for. We, of course, want to probably get the cheapest one available for 5,000. So let's go ahead and purchase one of these bad boys. It is going to match an order for us, and then what we will witness is, voila, our currency has gone down in our history. We can see the katana, and if we go and claim that bad boy, it is now going to be in our inventory, and we are going to be able to, well, equip it, and our power has just gone up. And we're going to be able to do that for all of the equipment that we have available to us, but I want to showcase that first and foremost. But you might be like, Star, how do we get the money for this? You can get the money from playing and doing various like events and stuff in a game, but also you can play the other side of the market. So, you know, right now we're in that I want to buy tab. What if I want to sell? Guess what? You can sell too, depending on some of the loot that you pick up during your adventures. Like, for example, here I've picked up a bunch of these balloons, which are a Royal City Parade event item that can be exchanged for rewards at the Parade Exchange Merchant in Frontera. What we can go ahead and do on the right, we can see all of the balloons that are currently listed for sale and the prices that they are going for. Why don't we go ahead and list all 250 of ours, right? Look at that. If we sell all of these, 58,000 currency coming our way. And these were just something that I was just like, you know, grinding and killing some monsters for, you know. I really, that was the extent of it. Now, they're not going to sell for 234 because, as we can see, there's a lot that are going for a lot cheaper. So why don't we go and undercut the market a little bit for 203? And I mean, this should probably, looking at the market on the right, sell pretty well, pretty quickly. So hopefully we can see that happen in real time. And then back to what we were seeing here, that was one type of currency that we were using. But when it comes to purchasing more rare items, which if you actually look at that menu over on the left side of the screen, we can actually exchange some of those crystals in exchange for diamonds. And then diamonds are going to be the de facto currency for getting your hands on more, significantly more rare items that y'all can see got some awesome wicked stats to them. And I mean, they're kind of rare. And again, this is all in-game economy. So right now, a lot of these, like, it says they're not on sale because no one has listed any. So sometimes what you'll actually see is that when a popular item does go on sale, it can actually enter into a bidding war. And it kind of like announces to the whole server, like, hey, bidding war going down. And you know, you can either choose to participate if you have the funds for it, or you can even like just look on as a spectator and look at the insane price action that is going on. You can even see things that are very popular items. You can see that things that are rising in price, things that are falling in price. And if you even want, I mean, you can try to be a speculative kind of speculator on the market, try to buy things cheap and then sell them for more as a potential way of gaining more currency. So there's a lot of different things that you could do. And again, you can see the all sorts of items, mining related, gathering, fishing related items that you can get. And a lot of these cards, which you can then go ahead and upgrade some of the stats on some of your associated things. Like, the world is your freaking oyster when it comes to this. So while we go ahead and wait for that, you might be like, Star, what are you talking about? Mining and fishing? Well, we'll actually get around to that because there's another way that we can get stronger, and that is going to be by actually upgrading our weapon here. If we go over here, we can see that we can upgrade our katana utilizing these upgrading metals. All right, and as we level this up, we're gonna have to use kind of more sophisticated materials to continue upgrading. So for now, let's go ahead, do some upgrading. And we've been able to get our katana all the way up to level 5. Now, to get up to level 6, we got to get our hands on more of this upgrading metal. How do we get this? We can get it from the exchange center, as we just saw. You know, if we just want to use some of our currency that we've accumulated from, you know, selling things, questing, all that good stuff. Or we can even go mining for it. And why don't we actually go and do exactly that? And the nice thing about Ragnarok X is that there are kind of auto guides as well. So you can, you know, if you don't want to manually want to go and find some of these things, like if you are prompted and it says like, hey, in this location you can find the mining area, you can actually like tap on that little text prompt and it will kind of automatically start pathing you towards there, which is really great from an ease of use perspective, especially if you are that's kind of what we were talking about a little bit earlier as well during the intro to the video. If you are a bit of a newcomer to the game, still kind of like learning the lay of the land, that's going to be a great way to help guide you when you might not necessarily know where everything is. So for now, we are making our way down into those mines, as we can see, and we have made our way towards a deposit where we can go ahead and essentially just start mining and getting as many resources as we can. This is going to be one of the, it's what's known as like life features. So if you follow me over here, there is something called your life skills, right? Fishing, mining, gardening, smelting, cooking. All of these are skills that help you collect and craft materials kind of from scratch. So for example, right now we're doing mining. As we mine, our mining level will be going up. As our mining level goes up, you will see that for example, over here, you can see where I'm tapping on the screen where those like little pink bubbles are popping up. Mining level 2, that's what we require to get our hands on that resource. But all these resources here are mining level 1. So if we go ahead and do enough mining, we will be able to move up and start acquiring better resources. But y'all can see now that we are collecting inside of our backpack, you know, things like coal ore, things like muspellium, things like the, whatchamacall, where was it? There we go. The upgrading metal, all of these that we are then going to be able to use to continue leveling up our equipment. And again, you can level up all sorts of your equipment, your armor, muffler, shoes, accessories, talisman. and weapons. I'm using a two-handed weapon, but you can actually have a, if you're using a one-handed weapon, also something in your offhand, but I'm rocking that two-handed sword, so that's what we are doing over there. And then right now we're just doing a little bit of that mining, as we were saying. And then as we mine, you can also see that we are using up what is known as stamina here, so we can actually gain stamina by essentially just going and killing some monsters and utilizing some of this special Odin's Blessing is what it's known as, which you can accrue from doing like daily quests and stuff like that. And then that will give us stamina, and stamina is utilized for any and all of these life skills that you are seeing here. But anyways, that is a little bit of a taste of mining, and there is also kind of the logical next step to mining. So like we've gotten things like coal ore here, which we can actually then utilize in smelting. So for example, if we want to create Fracon, I believe is what it is known as. It is an upgrading material that can upgrade weapons from level 11 through 30. In order to craft this, we gotta get our hands on upgrading metal and then combine those with shells. And this is where another component of life comes in. So y'all can see we're getting plenty of upgrading metal here. But if we want to get our hands on some shells, we actually got to go and do a little bit of fishing. So why don't we go ahead, switch gears, and actually head over to do some fishing and start exploring that aspect of the life skills within Ragnarok X. And then while we're making our way over there, I also do want to show y'all a little bit of the skills around the particular class that we've managed to build here. So again, we are playing as a swordsman, and specifically, I've been doing the agile swordsman build over there that y'all can see on the left. And y'all can see some of the skills that we have here, like active ones such as the bash, which does immense physical damage on a single enemy. We do also have area of effect attacks as well within our arsenal, and as we upgrade and level up, we are going to be able to continue progressing through this class, and then ultimately actually make our way towards like essentially the next job progression, and essentially go through, we can kind of choose between a couple of jobs and further refine our skills into a specialization. But I digress, just want to give you all a little bit of a preview around those, and we have also arrived at our fishing spot. So again, we did a similar thing where we went over to the items that we needed. You know, we made our way over here, we went to the life tab, we went to smelting, and we're like, hey, I want to craft these. I've already got the upgrading metals, I don't have the shells. How do I get them? I tap on shell, I tap on fishing area, and it will take you where you need to go, and then we can start fishing, which does have a little bit of a minigame associated where you actually have to time your cast. So whenever we cast our rod, we then need to wait, and then we want to reel it in right when y'all see that thing get green. So you need to actually pay attention during this little mini game, and again, you want to reel it in as soon as it essentially hits, like as soon as that big circle that you guys see in the bottom right hand corner of the screen hits that like blue dotted line circle, you essentially want to line it up with those. And the thing is, you do have to pay attention, because if you do not do anything, and I'm just not gonna press reel, you guys can see, unfortunately, eventually, yeah, it slipped away if I just didn't do anything. Now, okay, why don't we try showing off what it's like if I do it early? Oh, it slipped away. I did it too early. Okay, what if I'm a little bit too late? For example, right? Like we're doing a little bit of fishing here. I reel it in. It's green. It's telling me to go, but then it turns red. Same thing. It's slipping away. You need to be attentive when you are doing this minigame in order to acquire some of these valuable things. And we're still looking for the shell. I do not believe we've gotten one of those. So we're going to be doing a little bit more fishing here and kind of relaxing, feeling like we're out just enjoying a beautiful summer day. Even though it actually looks like it's nighttime outside, but I digress, and we're going to continue doing this and continue fishing up various sorts of resources. So far, we've gotten like a frog, some water reeds, and again, you can actually see all of the things that you have discovered as well. If we go over here into fishing, you guys can see our fishing level is at level 1, but you can also see the progress that we are making towards leveling up. But again, we are still looking for these freaking shells, brother, and we got to continue looking, so then I can show y'all what that smithing is going to look like. There we go. We got our hands on the shell that we were looking for, along with actually a bunch of other things. If you actually go ahead and follow me to the backpack, we got our hands on a shell, turquoise, which we can use when we are trying to smith up another sort of resource known as a cardium. But for now, why don't we go and actually smelt one of these bad boys and voila, we got our hands on that. Although I don't believe we could actually make use of that quite yet, because we actually got to continue leveling up our sword a little bit more before we are then able to start using that next upgrading currency. But for the time being, when we go back over to the sword again, we want to upgrade it. And again, like I was saying, very nice, very handy. If you just kind of interact with your inventory and tell your inventory what you want to do, the game will help you out and it will direct you towards the proper merchant that you have to go to. In this case, we got to go to the upgrade NBC, and that is exactly where it is taking us. And then while this is going on, I mean, you can just kind of like manage your inventory, collect some of your rewards from the various quests and things that you have done. And it's just kind of like a great little bit of in-between time if you want to just kind of take the opportunity to, yeah, collect rewards. Or you can even make your way over into the exchange center, where I am still waiting to sell the balloons. It appears that we've been undercut by someone yet again, as y'all can see by those people on the right. So why don't we actually go ahead, delist those, and we're going to put them back up shortly. But for now, we'll go ahead and get another upgrade. And actually, dude, let's just go to the exchange center and buy a bunch of these, because why not? 100 of them. How much is that going to cost me? 9,000. All right. YOLO. Let's do it. I am purchasing everything that I need because I want to get this sword upgraded and show y'all just how powerful it can be when we make our way back towards some combat. So why don't we do some upgrades here? And then, as I said, once we hit that level 10, that's when we start needing that other more sophisticated upgrading material. Boom, boom. This katana has been upgraded to level 12. It has some power behind it. And all right, why don't we go and actually relist these guys over here, because I would like to get a lot of currency, because I would actually like to purchase some more things. So again, what we have went ahead and done, we have undercut the current best price, and hopefully this now means that shortly we will have on our hands some suitors, and we'll be able to collect some currency and then maybe use that to purchase better equipment across the board. Because again, kind of all of my equipment needs upgrades here. Like my armor is level 10, my muffler is actually level 25. I got that from actually fighting the boss at the beginning of the video. So again, you don't just have to get it through the exchange. You can also actually acquire this from gameplay. And then if you do acquire it from gameplay, there's always the opportunity that you can then sell it yourself and try to make a little bit of a profit. So again, huge in-game player-driven economy going on. But there are definitely some other things that could utilize some upgrades. So hopefully we can acquire a couple of funds. And actually, why don't we go and claim some rewards here? Because again, we are making progress, completing quests and getting our hands, that right there, y'all saw, we got our hands on some more of our whatchamacallit, crystals, just from completing some of these like kind of passive quests that we have going on. We got some more quests over here to help us gain some progress within the whatchamacallit, within the pass. And then boom, we can get our hands on some goodies through that as well. So they really do open up a ton of opportunities for you to continue collecting loot and leveling up and just getting better. Now, okay, how's the exchange looking? Have I made some sales yet? Brother, are you serious right now? Can someone buy my balloons? Good news, everyone. We've got some sales over in the exchange center. We've got our history and we've got a whole ton of balloons. Let's quick select them all. Let's claim about 44,000 crystals. And now we can afford a lot of things. So why don't we go back over here to the recommendations? Let's get our hands on a brand spanking, I don't know, man. How about a little new set of armor? I think that'll go a long way. These shoes? Yeah, let's get our hands on some of those over in the exchange center. Thank you very kindly. And we are going to be looking for the, yeah, I'm not high enough level for the battle greaves or the general's greaves, but a regular old greaves, that I can afford. Let's purchase one of these bad boys, and then we will make our way towards another category. And again, the thing is, like, we just sold a bunch of those balloons that we got, but also some of the things that we were just like fishing up, that we were mining up, that we were smelting up. Like, you can see all of these are sellable. So a lot of those life skills can essentially facilitate you earning currency to then utilize throughout this. But why don't we go and get our hands on at least, let's get some, no, I don't want to go using all of it, but let's at least go and also get our hands on a nicer leather jacket here too and facilitate that. I mean, none of this is really breaking the bank by any means, so we're going to be doing all right. And then, I mean, okay, maybe we get one more thing too. Let's make our way here over to the talismans. And which one of these? Level 25, that increases our attack speed. This one increases our attack, and this one increases our haste. I'm not gonna lie, dude, this one seems the most expensive for a reason. Higher attack speed means we get more attacks off. Yeah, let's go and get our hands on one of these. Let's ball out a little bit. We just sold a bunch of balloons. Let's put that stuff to use. Beautiful. Now we just gotta quick select some of our new equipment, claim all of it, and marvelous, beautiful, lovely. Let's go and equip our new sets of the armors. And also we have a little bit of an unboxing here that we can open on up and get our hands on. Hey, some more upgrade materials, lovely. Why don't we actually go and try to upgrade some of our other things here as well? Yeah, let's upgrade that. What's our armor gonna take? It's gonna take some more of the same that we were just utilizing there. Let's get a couple upgrades for pretty much everything that we've got. Spread the love a little bit. And ultimately, I think this leaves us off in a pretty good place. I'm feeling a lot stronger. Let's go and put that strength to use. And all right, ladies and gentlemen, this time, we're doing this in hard mode. First time around that y'all saw was just normal old sewer vault battle. This time, we're going hard mode. I'm feeling a little feisty since, you know, we got some major upgrades. This should make for a majorly interesting time. So let's see just how this goes. These are just gonna be the first initial phases that we have to go ahead and wipe through before we make our way towards the big boss. I can't imagine that these are going to be the difficult part. I think ultimately the part that we are going to need to be cautious of is going to be when that hits. Again, we're also gonna be ready to go here and ready to utilize our potions to regenerate our HP as necessary, and also our skill points too, our SP, in order for us to be able to use all of our special abilities. But so far so good, because also keep in mind we have managed to accrue a stronger party. We got 5 people, looks like an archer, a couple of acolytes, I believe they are. Clerics are typically what I've called that class type, you know, the healer type folks, and a thief. And we should be able to do a good bit of damage here. And again, I'm not worried until we make our way towards the big boss. So for now, we just gotta clean our way through a couple of these easy peasy bugs. But when you got 5 people multitasking, we're doing all right. We ain't doing too bad. And these things are only, as y'all can see in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, level 18, level 19, like this spore over here that we're fighting. Level 19 at the moment. All right, so still well within our level range, but I think the part that's really going to show is going to be the boss. So hopefully all this equipment that we've gotten helps make things a little bit easier here. And hopefully the rewards are going to be a little bit better too. So without further ado, as soon as we get one more skip, unless someone really wants to watch this cutscene by the looks of it, this giant treasure spider, the thief bug, the thief is going, the golden thief bug, I should say, is what we are going to be battling. I hope, like, I wonder if he, like, unlocks, like, new abilities because of this. I don't know how this is gonna go. There's only one way to find out. Okay, we are absolutely decimating this lad. Okay, we definitely want to get out of there, though, because that area of effect attack can stun you if you do not get out of the way. Luckily, we were able to get out of the way just in time. Already down to 70% health. You just want to be careful. Yeah, anytime with this battle, when you see that kind of just like red zones pop up on the ground, that means there's going to be some sort of big area of effect attack that the bug is going to be doing that we absolutely want to be cautious of. And now we are still doing major damage, although I believe the bug should be going into, yeah, it's going to be trying to heal itself by summoning these, like, mini bugs over here. So what we want to go ahead and do is, whatchamacall, go and, oh, no, didn't mean to do that. Wrong button. Misinput. Misinput. No, no, no. What we want to do is fight specifically these golden bugs. Beautiful. And now, this fella. Oh, no, 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 what are in there? Okay, there you can see massive damage, but also I think our massive armor improvements helped us really tank a lot of that stuff because we did not take a lot of damage at all. We also do have great teammates that are probably healing us and helping out in those regards too, which is a big help. But although our health is starting to drop a little bit, let's pop one of those health potions there. And again, just be careful if he does a big area of effect attack. Luckily, We were not in the way of that one. It was quite the opposite way. We gotta wait for a cooldown before we can pop another one of our health potions, unless one of our healers wants to help us out in that regard. Get out of the way! That's just gonna stun the whole team, but guess what, baby? Not good enough. Down goes the Golden Thief Bug Hard Edition, and in come some beautiful rewards, some of which, whatchamacall, look like they are not for our class. Yeah, like over here, we got like some Acolyte stuff. Hooded Trawl, but we did also get our hands on some golden bug blood, golden bug carapace, and some ashes. So all good loots. And why don't we go and and that's the thing too. If I was a little bit faster, we actually could have requested a swap, because Felpour over there got his hands on loot for my class, and we could have been potentially able to formulate some sort of a swap where I could get my hands on it. But all right, for now, let's make our way out of there. We have done well. Let's go ahead and leave the party. That has served the purpose of showing off just how good those equipment improvements have served us. And check it out, we could go ahead and make our way back to the exchange center, and some of that loot that we just got, that hooded shawl, that sandals over here that unfortunately we can't wear because they are not for our class. Yeah, we can go ahead and list these bad boys and try to collect a little bit of crystal in exchange for them. So again, just another instance, as you are doing all these quests, these boss battles, these raids, whatever it might be, the loot you collect, you can put right into that in-game economy, collect currency in exchange for it, and then facilitate your own types of trades and money moves that you want to go ahead and make. But with that said, with that done, I believe that's going to start doing it for us in Ragnarok X. Huge thank you again to Ragnarok X for sponsoring the video and supporting the channel. Make sure you all go ahead and go to the link at the very tippity top of the description to download and start playing Ragnarok X for yourselves on iOS, Android, and or PC. The game did literally just launch about May 8th or so, so it's still brand new, and you can be one of the earlier players making your way into things, so definitely worthwhile timing if you ask me. But again, let's just start wrapping it up for me for now. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.